Or probably facing some changes, maybe changes of the season. Maybe you've been in a season for too long and it's time for a new season of things. Wake up season, you feel me? Um, so let's start off with the kitty cats. I like to start off with the gatekeepers because they have the phone numbers or the phone numbers. Oh, you guys, I guess since I said phone number, I should give you my phone number. If you guys want to book a personal reading, my number is 803-816-6623. So again, that number is 803-816-6623. Personal readings are $20.22. They normally last about 30 minutes to an hour. And you'll get your own private link, so you'll always have that video. Okay, it looks like we're starting off with a 6 and a 5. This could be your soul path number. This could also be your soul urge number, your life expression number. I feel like this is someone who's been calling on their ascended masters for help. They're great teachers. With 6 plus 5, it equals 11. You could have been born on the 11th, or something could have happened on the 11th as well too. You do have the King of Pentacles here. With the King of Diamonds, it just means generosity is coming your way, and the way to true happiness is by being able to walk that spiritual path or getting some healing from earth as well too. Okay, so it's dealing with your physical realm. I'll go ahead and leave that King of Diamonds on there because that's something you really want to see. We don't pull out a whole lot of King and Queen of Pentacles or Diamonds. We normally pull out, like, the King or Queen of Spirituality. But you guys, again, this is dealing with the physical realm. It's also dealing with that earth element anytime you see the diamonds as well too. And then your hearts is your water energy. Okay, so remember to take that breath out. If you were underwater, you wouldn't be able to suck in that water. So some of those things you probably don't need to be observing. And again, like, you would have to just like breathe out. Okay, not suck in some of that other stuff that's not so good for you. Okay, be careful who you're around. You don't want to be in toxic relationships or toxic friendships. Okay, where you're constantly giving and not being able to take anything as far as from the friendship or the relationship as well too. Okay, so if you have any more numbers, it looks like that's it for the kitty cat. We got all cats in the front, so I think that'll be pretty cool. Oh no, we did have some more. So it's like when I look here, it's like, okay, somebody's been kicked down. Um, and then when I look at this also too, I feel like this is somebody whose birthday is around 10/11, somewhere around October 11th. I do have the King of Spades. It looks like two dudes are in opposition, like they have become enemies. Some problem here. They both had their sword up. There's been some type of fighting. This could be some sibling rivalry. This could also be also in family too. Family needing healing. This also too. When I see the K, it makes me think of kids. So the kids could be driving you crazy right now. You can have two boys that are just like total opposite. Um, and again, like, okay, so they fight like cats and dogs. So the dog here and then the cat. So whoever these two divine masculine males are, hopefully they're divine masculine and not, like really literally like punching each other or kicking each other. But again, or two, like I see kicks. So this might be somebody who's in some type of physical exercise that includes kicking, like kickboxing and shadow boxing and kung fu and karate and things like that as well too. Your name could start with a K. Um, it makes me also think about kick messenger. So somebody could have got busted using their messenger. They probably sent out a text message to the wrong person, probably thinking of that person and sent it to a person. So now they kind of know their true feelings about that other person, and that other person will know as well too. Again, like, okay, this could be a relationship between two men as well too, or this could also be a father who's very jealous of their son, because a lot of times what happens when you see this king of spades, it is like the emperor, but it's also like a father figure or an authoritative figure, your boss maybe, or maybe because your boss could be giving you a hard time at work, always on your ass or something like that. um but you guys, I also have 9 and 7. So together those numbers are come out to be 16. So maybe your kid is like 16 and y'all are not just seeing eye to eye right now. And I know teenagers go through a lot of changes when they're adults, almost about to become an adult. Like they can pretty much think they can face the world all by themselves. Okay, so yeah, I see the 3 and it makes me obviously thinking about children because I have 3 children. So again, this could be an issue with them as well too. But the universe is saying here too that your efforts will be rewarded as well too. This could also be 2 men who are in business together, and therefore it's causing some, maybe you didn't get paid or something. Because I do see there's some issue here with this King of Pentacles as well as this 6 of Pentacles here as well too. I see 69. You could be dealing with the Cancer, somebody who's in the water element. Um, Again, there's a new cycle that must begin so that another one can end. Okay, so again, sometimes you have to be able to look forward to things without looking back. Okay, don't let the past hold you back as well too. Overall energy at the bottom is 10, so automatically it draws my eye to 1010. So those are open portals. This is time for truth as well too, you guys. So I just pick those up and pick those numbers up. Feel like it's somebody whose birthday is between um, October 11th and October 13th, possibly. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with everybody, but please only take what resonates with you. Okay? And you guys too, if you feel like this reading is like intentionally just for you, you can also purchase this reading too and be able to have the reading at all times too, and being able to manifest that, because you know it takes money to make money. All right, so overall energy, some more cards came out. So again, okay, so 69 came out. This is like somebody who's been moving forward, but they keep going back. This could be a good thing because you could be making sure you're filling in all the holes, and you're not cutting any corners, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to tidy everything up. But if you keep finding yourself in a situation where you keep moving forward, but you have to keep going back to help this other person, and you can't really it seem like it's a struggle to stay ahead because you're always moving back. Again, this could be that argument between 2 men, and it's kind of causing y'all to follow a different direction. Either this business could split, or this relationship could split as well too. Again, I feel like you could be dealing with somebody in that water element with Cancer with that 6 and that 9 as well too. Even though it does say 6-9, you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Gemini as well, because they also see things from both sides, as well as Libra because they hold the scales. So just pointing that out to you guys. All right, so that's enough from Gatekeeper. Let's get some moon messages. Let's see if we're on the right track, you guys. New moon will be up. Surrender to the divine. So it's really time to like meditate, contemplate, pray. Make sure that you are scraping your plate, and only your plate. Make sure that you are getting things in order for yourself as well. It's not selfish. Self-love is not selfish. Is what it's due. Is like you're moving on forward without the harm, without whatever is causing you problems. But there will be some type of breakthrough some way, somehow, with this full moon. Our full moon will be here September 10th in Virgo season. Okay, so there's a couple more days left in Leo season. Today's 8/19. There's some powerhouse numbers. Obviously, 69 is a powerhouse number today. 64 is a powerhouse number today. You might see a lot of 8s. You might see a lot of 19s today. And of course, like 819, you might, anytime it's the date, you'll see those numbers a lot as well, too, you guys. All right. And pay attention to the numbers too as well too, because a lot of times depending, like we saw that number 6, so you might be in the Virgo household. Okay, depending on where you come from, because it starts off with Aries in that astrological house, so you just follow it all the way through. Okay, and then after Virgo we have Libra, so then Scorpio. So if you saw that 8, you could be in the Scorpio house. Okay. And then moving forward from there with your Sagittarius in the 9th house. Your commitment is being tested, you guys. So that first quarter moon, so it looks here is like it's kind of like a third quarter moon though as well too, because it's like a half a moon, you guys. So if you set your intentions during the new moon, like this new business propaganda that you have going on, or your intentions, you'll see them being like halfway fulfilled during this time. Okay, so we said the new moon was 8/27, so somewhere in between 8/27 and 9/10, that first quarter moon, you're going to see those adjustments being made. Okay, so it says adjustments, and then it boom, third quarter moon, you guys. So adjustments are required. At the bottom energy, it says confidence is your key to success. So again, this is for business success. If you want to see your business move in a new direction, again, it might be time to just cut some people loose or give them less hours, or I know it kind of sucks, but we are in Leo season, and it's saying new moon in Leo, so I just think that's because we're in Leo season as well too, you guys. All right, so let's pull out tarot. Let's see what tarot has in love. Put the moon messages back up. This is just a daily reading, you guys. I'm more concerned about how your weeks have been going, what's been going on. Schedules might be conflicted right now. Maybe you're having a hard time putting schedules together. Might be time for a new move. If the business splits up, is there a possibility that, maybe the other person can hold on to that business in the location where you started, and then you move forward to another location? Would that be safe to say? Those are some type of things to think about, because whether what the cards say, you're going to make your own decisions. It just kind of influence our thoughts, try to put us in a positive mindset, learning to let go of negativity and fears as well too, because it's like you're facing your fears with the cards, finding out your true desires. But again, that final thought will be up to you, of course, in making your decisions. All right. So I feel like this is going to come out. So the Fool, you could be dealing with Aquarius as well too. The Fool is kind of a tricky card, because it's like somebody who's fun loving, likes to play, probably jokes around a lot. They're very spontaneous, as well too. Like, they really respect independence and freedom as well too. Like, a lot of people don't, maybe they dress differently. They're kind of different. Again, I see this back here, like somebody's just ready to like really just run away from their situation, run away with their dog and get more books or some more land or something, and just kind of like get away at the time. Like, really, this is about freedom of expression. This also could be too like an exotic outburst, or an erotic outburst as well too. But it's also freeing, but at the same time too, you are surrendering to love as well too. So I like to see the full card. If you notice the zero, we did have a lot of tens when we pulled out the cards in cartomancy. So it more wants to for you to focus on those new beginnings. Okay, so that Fool is the first card in tarot. So again, it's about those first beginnings, those new beginnings, those new horizons as well too. I do see like this situation is going to be a peaceful situation. You have the Seven of Wands here too. This is also inviting that fire element as well too. Anytime you see the wands, it's like the clubs. Again, too, it's about vigilance. This person is having a struggle to stay ahead. So some of that energy just kind of reflected back on these cards. You guys is saying inviting balance into this situation. Calling on your angels with this temperance here as well too. The temperance is like the angel in the card, like just to remind you that your angels are with you as well too. She has her foot in the water, like one foot is in and one foot is out. So again, there's some type of decision that has to be made here. She's been pouring into a cup. You can only pour into one person so many times. So this could also to be a twin flame journey as well too, where one person is doing all the chasing and the other person is doing all the running. I do see the triangle. Anytime you do see that triangle is fire energy, okay, like that. So you could be dealing with somebody who's in that fire energy. That's your Leo as well as Sagittarius. And I always do this because, again, like Aries, I'm sorry. I always do that because Aries to me feels like it should be in water because it's Aries, but all you really have to do is take that A and change it out with an F. So now you have fires. So now you might have fires just lit like everywhere and you're trying to figure out how to put each fire out. Okay, so somebody's been burning the bridges here, I feel like. Again, you are on the right path. I do see a path here. Um, it's has some twists and it's had some turns, but you are due for some brighter days as well as some sunshine in your life. Okay, it's just taking a lot of learning and it's taking a lot of growth. And two, when I look at this card, it's saying like focus on your own grass, like don't water the weeds. Notice how there's this cut, but this grass is really high, so watch out for snakes and high grass as well too. So someone could be very sneaky, being sneaky right now. Um, with this temperance card here, again, it's like time to meditate. There is some wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups at the bottom here. But it is, like it's giving you some type of clarity. It's saying you do have those new intentions. Don't forget about those moons, that quarter moon, that third quarter moon. But it's really about simplicity as well too. Finding that new life, getting your Ten of Cups so that you will get your wish fulfillment. This person is not blind, okay? They might pretend to like fake the funk, so to speak, or not really pay attention to this silliness because you have to understand there's all different kinds of people. So this person might be kind of traditional, but this other person is kind of more like free flowing, going with the flow. And this person's just kind of reserved, and like feels tied back and not really, they're antisocial versus the person who's here like the life of the party. Okay, so to me here it does feel like twin flame energy because a lot of times what happens in those twin flame journeys, you're kind of like the opposite of one another, but that's why you mesh so well together because in those areas that your partner is not so strong in, you will be, and then when the other person is weaker in those areas, your partner can be stronger for you in those areas. So that's why it comes together so nice and so perfect. Again, the twin flame journey is not for everybody. You can also be on a twin flame journey with yourself because we both have that divine feminine and the divine masculine within us as well as source and spirit. Okay, and when you see the sword, you could be dealing with air energy. um but this is definitely like somebody who's seeking their justice. Okay, you just have to figure out a way to be reasonable and also to be fair as well too. With this Queen of Pentacles as well too. So the Queen did finally come into the picture, but it was like way later. So we've already pulled out 3 different decks, and here is the Queen of Pentacles. So again, going back to that material realm of things too as well too. Um, I feel like somebody's been in the red zone a lot lately, but it's saying inviting some passion. This passion will give you strength to carry on your love as well too. Anytime you see the color yellow, it's all about those new ways of creativity, opening up communication, and again trying to learn. But there is some green, so I hope that you do get the prosperity that you're seeking as well too. How does green make you feel? Again, like trying to get that healing from nature as well too. Like when we go to nature to heal, but we're also healing nature as well too. Okay, paying attention to those things that we have around us. I mean, I don't know, there could be some species out there in space that we don't even know about, and it's like, but we're still discovering new things here on Earth all the time. Okay, so you have your Queen of Pentacles. Let me turn this card here because I don't want to make you feel like the cards are in reverse. All right. And a lot of times I don't know if my card's going to come out in reverse or not in reverse because of the way that I shuffle the deck as well too. All right. So somebody is juggling. Somebody is multitasking. They do have a decision to make. Life is moving forward with or without you. So again, when you don't make those decisions, remember that is a decision being made. We talk about that quite often as well too, because a lot of times we'll just sit here and wait for universe to provide. But if you get stuck in these sticky situations, sometimes you have to figure out how to wedge your way out of it quicker, because if not, it's just going to drag you down with it, you guys. So again, your decision making here too. One is outweighing the other. It's calling on strength with that color red here. Again, with that 8 as well too. A lot of times when we see that number 8, we think about the birthdays of Leo that's in the month of August as well too. We're still in the month of August. So again, at least the energy is like, it's on point, even though today is kind of like down tempo. You might see a lot of synchronicities with the number 8 in there as well too. But someone's deep in thought and action needs to be taken as well too. This is a funny one. So calling on those 4 of Pentacles. So anytime we see the number 4 too, it's those 4 elements of man too as well too. Like your spiritual self, your intellectual self as well too. The body and the spirit. So like your emotional self as well too. You got to think about those things that come with the number 4 as well too. This is a person who is probably stable. They're always looking for stability. So they're not going to be really open-minded to new ideas. Again, I think these 2 people here are like total opposites. And they caught themselves at a crossway. And they're trying to figure out if they want to continue with this relationship, or are they going to move forward without that other person. You do have the King of Swords, so there definitely has been some disagreements here. I feel like it's time to use your words. Okay, be an adult. Don't let these things keep you up at night. With those 3 of Swords as well too, you will have your tower fucking moment. Okay, again, like 2 people jumping out the building. It's like, you either come with me or we go down together. That's pretty much how I feel like that's here. But it's like one person is not trying to save the other, because you can only really save yourself. Somebody's forgotten their crown to put on their crown. They also too need to focus on their crown chakra as well too. A lot of times what you can do is use like white herbs, purple as well too when it comes to stones, if you're trying to heal during awakenings. And then also, okay, so the lightning strikes. And when the lightning strikes, the thunder rolls. So if something happens, you need to watch out for this lightning strike, because if you allow this person to carry you down, it's going to be way worse than if you had just put your foot down and set some type of motion set forth. Okay. At the top here, it's like you will get away from this situation. With that Six of Swords, again, you could be dealing with somebody in the air element anytime you see those swords. Okay, so the air element is the one that has the triangle, but it has a line going through it at the top. Okay, so it's like kind of facing the north node. But yeah, they're taking their family and they're moving forward. It might be time for a vacation as well too. Somebody's being well guarded, like they're putting their guard up again, moving forward in this situation, you guys. So it really, it just looks like here, this is like some type of business protocol. Like I feel like here, calling in Temperance with your angel, this is somebody who also already kind of knows what they want. Nobody has to tell them what they want. But again, they're trying to gain some type of insight. They're still learning as well too. This could be somebody who's been on their spiritual path for a while, and the person that they're dealing with is probably not even awake yet. So again, it's like leaning forward and then moving back, leaning forward and then moving back. Let's see what else. Let's see what the oracles have to say, and then I'm going to pull out some numbers as well too. This person is just kind of honorary. They have a strong head about themselves. Not saying they don't have a strong heart or anything like that, but they just think with their mind more. Like they don't want to allow anybody into their heart. They don't want to allow anybody. They don't want anybody in their head is what they don't want. And it seems like this person is starting to get in their head, and now they're decided to pick up the sword and they're going to make a decision. They're probably going to cut this person out of their life, especially with this Queen of Pentacles. It seems like the physical realm is very important to this person as well. Their diamonds, their pentacles, getting things in order as far as business goes. I do see a lot of yellow here. So again, it's like all about learning. Those new ways of creativity, those new horizons. So again, it's not really changing who you are, but just kind of changing the way you do things. Okay, so a lot of times what happens is like we'll learn as we go. So like some of those things that universe has already told you, in a name, it's just crazy. Like in a name, like if you dated a person with that name, and you probably won't even look at another person that has that name, because that person just totally treated you so badly. And there are those relationships where people can split apart and still be friends. Okay, that does happen. Male and female too can be friends for multiple years, 20, 30 years, and it'd be no sexual attraction whatsoever, you guys. So whatever the issue, like I wouldn't bring it up if it didn't seem like that was an issue for something. So let's talk about it. Let's see what the oracles have to say. Let's see if these little babies talk to us today. Then maybe we'll pull out some mindful cards to see like what to pay attention to and be mindful with. You do have that Page of Pentacles, so things are kind of slow moving right now, but you still have those thoughts that keep a person up at night, and it's really like a struggle to like stay ahead. Oh my God, look at all the energy. Okay, so shallow grave. Somebody done dug you a shallow grave and you fall into it every time. But you're missing this person. So again, this could just be twin flame separation as well too. And I mean, that does happen sometimes, because sometimes you have to separate to grow. Like again, that twin flame journey, you have to do as much research you can. But you're really missing somebody. So it might be time for that new location, you guys. Like maybe you've been somewhere again like a couple of decades, and it's just like it'd be really difficult for you to move. But maybe it's time to make new friends, new business or deals, and partnerships as well too. So down here at the bottom is that Three of Clubs. So you really don't have that stability that you're looking for yet, and you're waiting for your efforts to be rewarded. You're waiting for success in business, but again, I don't feel like anything's going to happen until you make this decision. Autumn is my last chance. So again, like this is not something you can just sit back and not handle. You're gonna have to handle it. You're gonna have to move forward. You miss someone, it might cause you to miss somebody very deeply, very badly. But I feel like there's some gifts coming in the way. But just be careful what kind of gifts that you accept, because if that gift is going to be something that's going to tamper with the relationship or damper it just because they bought you something and they have something hanging over your head, or they bought you something because they felt guilty. So again, like a lot of times we got to remember how to treat our partner without making mistakes. Like before we make the mistakes, treat them in the same way you would. But if you do make a mistake, because all people do make mistakes, and then you come later with a bouquet of flowers. Well, what happened to the flowers for the last 7-year itch? You know what I'm saying? So it says, please don't lose hope. It means don't give up on yourself, okay? You might have to give up on somebody else because they're just not doing what they're supposed to do. So Angel de los Muertos, it says transitions to the spirit realm. So you're really calling on your ascended masters here. You're calling on your spirit guides as well too. I don't know if you guys know, but Dia de los Muertos goes on for 2 days. So we did see that 11 at the beginning of the reading. So it could be Dia de los Muertos. You do finally see that change. You do finally see that move. You might decide to do something during that full moon, and see all the your efforts being rewarded by All Saints Day. Okay, so 11-1, 11-2. Those time during Dia de los Muertos. Again, this person is, I feel like, a very traditional person versus this person who's kind of very eccentric as well too. And that's okay, you guys. So, but again, this could be a twin flame journey as well too. So the ghost of the pumpkin patch. So it just seems like seasons are changing. It says count your blessings. It's like, and there goes that one. So new beginnings, new horizons. Something could be happening on the first month. Something could be happening on the first day as well too. At the bottom it says it is time for spirit. So it is time to call on spirit and allow spirit to heal you. She is meditating. Notice, you do notice her third eye. So again, healing. So that way that you can have that rebirth, that resurrection in your life. You're not bringing old things to the surface and doing things like that. But what you're doing is groundbreaking. Is going to be brand new for your life, okay? And sometimes that's just what we need to get that energy shift or that energy boost as well too. Let's get some hints, you guys. I'm sorry, this is not even recording. Yes, it is. I was fixing to say, let's turn spirit speaker on because the reading is going past 30 minutes. So we'll just have like an extra long reading today because it's been a while. I had to take a couple of days off for healing. Let's see what spirit speaker has to say. So a vapor. So somebody, maybe they smoke a lot at work or something like that, or you're looking for your vape babe. Okay, maybe you're into vaping and things like that. Your baby's not. So going live, maybe somebody went live and said some things they weren't really supposed to say, or maybe they did it at work and you didn't really appreciate it. Because that's not how you handle business. I also feel like you're dealing with somebody who has an L and E in their name. Oh, so ring. So Ace of Clubs though, it's calling on all things spiritual, calling on your angels. When you see the ring, it kind of makes you like, me God, where's me God, my precious gold? And it's like, okay, and then I see that green, so it's like you work really hard for this. You're the person who owns, you're the owner of this business. And it just said capital. So again, this could be somebody who moved into the capital of their state. They're still in the same state, but they could just move to the capital of their state. Okay, they might have some influences in politics as well too. So a lot of times that mask that they have to put on in front of the public has to stay on at all times. Because a lot of times what happens when you have these government jobs, you have to keep that look about yourself 24/7. So trillion, you guys. So you are one in a trillion. Does trillion ring out to anybody? Because this sounds like some big money that's going to happen if you can make these decisions. Trillion. Oh my God. I also know somebody who, okay, so I have a friend who has a son whose name is Trillion, or I used to have a friend whose name was Trillion. I don't know, I haven't spoke to that person in a really long time. So maybe it's like, okay, so this person, maybe you had an old friendship, you don't remember, like y'all grew up together or something like that, and y'all haven't seen each other in a while. So this is like once in a lifetime, once in a trillion chance, once in a trillion opportunity, you guys. But you're going to be able to make the first step. You're going to be able to make that first move, and you're going to be able to say for yourself, mostly, that it was you. After calling on spirit, after meditating. Okay, so ring, this is like you're going all the way to the Super Bowl, baby. Okay? It's like you're going all the way. You're about to do the damn thing. At the bottom here, keep them dogs off of you. Um, again, protecting your energy, protecting your spiritual sense. Okay, so again, like I think this is twin flame journey, because if you notice in this picture, it has the 10 again as well too. I don't know, October is like sticking out to me big time here. I've seen a lot of tens. We saw autumn here, so again, those seasons changing, pumpkin patches. Um, somewhere between October and also 11. So November, like it's gonna be such a big outcome. It's gonna be crazy. You guys, there's two rings here too, so I feel like, again, like you could be dealing with like father son, somebody who just graduated with this 25, someone who's a little bit more superior than the other person. This could also mean also too, marriage as well too, to have a ring, because the engagement ring normally comes before the wedding ring, or this could be a woman's ring, and this could also be the male's ring as well too, or the partner's rings. Okay, someone with a smaller hand and someone with a bigger hand. All right. This person too, I feel like this person could be like real religious as well too, but the other person is like more spiritual. Or this person is like, they're really like animalistic, or they could be pagan. They really like get their worship and they do their praise um through outside, like, or into mythology. And the other person is not, maybe doesn't believe in a supreme being at all, non-gnostic at all. They don't believe in no type of supreme being. So again, it's like calling on spirit. You really have to, because nobody can deny spirit. You guys, it's all a part of that human consciousness as well too. Okay, so please pay attention to what you see in the cards, the numbers that you see in the cards as well too. Lots of ones with those new beginnings as well too, and that which lasts infinite. I feel like this is a person that you've known since you were like 18 years old. And maybe you could be 25 now, but you've known this person since you were 18. It's calling on the lilies. So lilies were used as the king of spades. So you have a few things that have lilies, like these lily pads here. Um, I just learned yesterday that if you guys ever follow Herbs of Ra, he has like all these different types of herbs and apothecary and herbal home remedies and things that you can do at home. You guys really have to check in with your doctor before you try some of these things too, because like if you're low on iron but you need something that's gonna, like a nettle leaf or something that's gonna give you like extra iron, because sometimes it's so powerful, it's like 100 times more iron than you'll find in broccoli or beef or anything like that. So you have to be really careful, because even with iron, it can make you constipated as well too. I do have somebody who, I feel like there's a Debbie coming across, somebody's mom, Deborah, could be a sister, a lover, a friend. They want you to focus on this person, Debbie. This is what I'm getting out of Spirit Speaker right now. Somewhere, something from like November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I feel like there could be something going on. November, somewhere around November. But with this number 30, you guys, so maybe you need to set a 5-year plan. You need to set 5 years worth of goals. When you see the frogs at your doorstep too, remember they're kind of like the kitty cats. They are so spirit speakers say guy. So Debbie's guy, something like that. We did have DOG for dog. So it looks like something happened. Somebody took their ring off, left it at the nightstand or something, left it off. You lay down with dogs, you're gonna get fleas. Somebody, I think somebody messed with Debbie's guy. I hope not. But yep, there goes that King of Spades again. So there was some type of jealousy, some reason for this separation, something for this breakup or whatnot. Again, dealing like with that emperor, that person that has authority over your life as well too. There could have been some type of disrespect here as well too. I see those 3 lily pads. I feel like maybe they have 3 kids. One kid has already left the home. I also feel too that here's that crown. So when we saw that tower moment, like you've had to kiss a few frogs to find your prince, but it's like you're getting off on kissing on too many frogs. You lose your crown here in this tower fucking moment, but then put it on the frog. So it's time to like put your crown back on. And again, like as I was watching, I learned yesterday that Harriet Tubman, she's like one of my favorite historical persons in history in the making. But she also used the water lilies too to help soldiers during the Civil War as well too. And a lot of times we didn't have those medicines. It would take a long time, for a doctor to come do a home visit. So what they had to was turn to nature to get those ways of healing. Okay. So again, maybe you want to take a different approach. If your baby, your boo, if they're into those type of things, maybe you need to take a look and see what they're doing. Like really take some interest in this. Not to the person that seems like it's causing a problem here, but if it's little things like that, if you truly love this person, then of course you're gonna want to keep an open minded. You want to have a peaceful. But in this other situation that I have here with business, whatever it was, it's non soluble. It's not, you can't, it's not going to resurrect. It's not going to, nothing. I mean, it'll still stay the same. Not saying nothing good won't come out of it, but it's just going to stay the same. Nothing's really going to change unless you make a change now. But it's time to start doing some of that spiritual work. It's saying strength. We said that like 3, 4 times. It's going to take a lot of strength to move forward, but you have it within you. You really miss somebody, so maybe moving towards that person that you really miss. Even if y'all are not in the same state together, even just being closer sometimes makes you feel better. But please don't lose hope, okay? Because that's one thing they can't stop is hope. And then at the bottom, it's like you have to put your boss mama, your boss daddy face on. You're gonna have to be the mama bear, the papa bear, okay? In this situation, you're just gonna have to. So again, I see the 2 girls is playing. So at the beginning, we had the 2 boys. I felt like there was 2 boys, and you can actually see a face in that bear. So somebody has like a heavy bear claw. Maybe they used to get their ass whooped a lot when they were little, and they kind of like just settled down. But you're gonna have to remember that shit gave you strength. It made you stronger than what you would have been without those whoopings, without those discipline as well too. And that's could be the case here too. It might be time for some self discipline. Okay, whatever gives you strength as well too. But it's really a nice reading because I feel like you're taking on that cross, you're picking up your cross, you're bearing your cross. Again, that universal 4-way, figuring out the things that's going on. And I feel like this reading is pretty straightforward, but it's giving you every option of everything that's going on. And it's just a general reading as well too. This says education. Maybe it's time to get your education. Maybe you just been working hard your whole life. As soon as you got out of high school, all you have been doing working. Maybe one of your kids has finally left and went and started getting their education. Dollars, you guys, but I see some big money coming in. Like that's wild. Like it's saying dollars. So $1 at a time adds up. 1 penny at a time adds up. What does a trillion pennies add up to? you guys into and like making those investments. So sometimes you have to put $300,000 into a home so that you can get a $200,000, you know, profit from that. So sometimes that's just what it takes, you guys. It's time to mount up though and get on them horses and get on that ride and start figuring out what you're gonna do, because again, there's like 4 different prospects here. You have the twin flame journey going on. You're looking for business success. It's telling you straight up your issues as a parent, if you are a parent, and those type of things that you could be dealing with. Again, this could be sister, sister, brother, brother, dealing with things stored with that Queen of Hearts, just saying inviting love into this situation. Again, not getting caught with one foot in and one foot out, doing the hokey pokey, going into the same, doing the same thing, expecting insanity. You're not blindfolded to the situation. You just kind of feel tied down. The swords are in the ground. None of them hit you, even though you were tied up. Every single sword missed you. Again, there was some wishful thinking here. So somebody probably really did want to see you down and out, or maybe you did finally just get up on your feet. This is a new chapter in your life, so therefore they could be kind of jealous of that, because we did have some of those spades there. The King of Spades, that jealousy as well too. Somebody has really cried, fought it out with themselves. They're coming off their deathbed. They're sick of being the same way. Again, with that King of Swords, they're going to start using their words. They know there are 4 ways that they can go about doing things, looking for their security, looking for their stability. But it's like they're literally like building cities. They're building something bigger. They're building their dynasty. They're building their empire. They're building their kingdom. Okay, something that which can't be destroyed. Those things which last for infinite, making those decisions again for those new starts and those new beginnings, so something new can begin. You will have your tower fucking moment when you finally get away from all the crap, okay? And maybe get to the crap table and start, throwing your dice out, playing your cards, because hey, you could hit it big with jackpot. It's talking about plenty about money here. That might be exactly what you need for this new investment that's going to create within you a change that's going to create more revenue in your life as well too. I feel like you'll start seeing these changes around autumn time. We started talking about those seasons changing. Again, this person is like very traditional as well too, but they're taking on those new walks of life as well too, understanding that their path might be different, and that's okay, because you're counting your blessings. You're not just counting your days; you're making your days count. Okay, give yourself a pat on the back, because it's about that time. Okay, so then ending it here, it's like the angels see you, they know your location, they know where you're at, they know what you're thinking. Keep going to your ascended masters, keep talking to your spirit guides as well too. You guys, I do feel like you'll find some type of peaceful moment here, again with that new beginning and that 1 and that 0 as well too. Okay, you guys, so please drop a comment in the description box. Tell me how you feel. How does this reading make you feel? I think we pretty much covered over everything. We even went over some colors. The full moon, the lunar cycles. Remember, the moon changes every 28 days and it's constantly changing. But as far as that, I'm going to protect the energy on this card, you guys. So remember, we had lots of 1s in this reading. We had lots of 6s in this reading. We had lots of 10s in this reading. So those could just be powerhouse numbers for you guys. All right. So focus on your stability, focus on your security as well too, getting that solid foundation that you always, that you've been chasing and that you've always loved. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time and energy. Have a blessed day.